all your beads need to be one size. You can't work with one that is this big and one that is this small. So you're going to have to make reeds that are all the same length. So once you get done rolling them out, you want to go ahead and sort them. And the ones that are really big, you're going to go ahead and take them out. So to get started, you're going to need a glue stick, a skewer. And what you're going to do is you're going to start off with your sheet of paper. Whatever color you want, you're going to put down on your paper because you're going to be rolling it and that's going to be viewed. So I want red, so I'm going to turn the red over. So I'm not looking at the red. The corners that have the tear, that's where you're going to actually fold in. So starting on the edge, you're going to use the tip of your skewer or pencil, whatever you have, and you're actually going to begin rolling it right onto the skewer. You're gonna roll it back and you're gonna basically try to get that to be tucked in. It needs to be tight and you're pressing down hard and rolling your hand. And you keep on rolling till it's all done. I'm still pressing very hard. Once you get to the end, you wanna glue it off. A little bit of glue goes a long way. Make sure you get the corner because that's usually the part that flies away. Make sure you're paying attention to your skewer. You don't want to get that stuck inside. Pull that out. And there you have it. Now, once you begin to add all of your designs to your board, you have to keep in mind the first thing you have to do is cut off or trim these corners. You don't want to see the folded parts. You're going to go in and you're going to trim it straight. Don't go in with a curved angle because you're going to be able to see what that looks like. Okay. Then you're going to go ahead and you're going to add it. You're going to figure out the length. So for example, here you can see that I went over my design. What you're going to do is you're going to go in with a pencil and you're going to mark off where you need to cut prior to adding it. So don't do this. I want you to go in, measure it where it should be, and then go in and cut it. Now, when you're using the glue, you're not squeezing out a whole bottle where you have a giant snake. You're going to squeeze out a little bit and you're going to press onto the cardboard. If I know that you're using a lot of glue, it's because I can't see the translucent black paper. See how it's translucent? It's not like a giant snake. You only need a little bit. Go in, connect it, and press down hard so it locks. Like I said, you don't want to do this where it's hanging off of the page. You want to make sure that you're cutting it prior to gluing it. So you're going to keep on doing that and you're going to keep on figuring out where you want to add all these pieces, but remember to always cut off that edge. You should be able to line them all up. If they're all the same size, they'll all fit in evenly. Go in, mark it off where you're going to cut it. Grab your glue. A little bit of glue goes a long way. Now you might get some that when you cut it, it comes apart. You can retwist it tight and then glue it. And then remeasure it to make sure that it's the same width. right, so when you have these little tricky corners, you're actually going to have to cut them to the angle that you want them to be. So here I have these all cut on a slant because this is the angle. On the top, obviously I cut straight because that's a straight line. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go in and you're gonna figure out what angle. Go ahead and cut it, see if it fits. Perfect. And then you're gonna trim off where you want it to be. And add that in.